This screencast is going to give you a quick overview of how to set up your Canvas course to mirror Sapphire so that your grades can sync over from Canvas to Sapphire. So here I am in my sandbox, and I want to go over to the assignments. And because this is going to be where you're going to set up your categories that are going to mirror what's over in Sapphire. You can see my top category here is assignments. And if I scroll down a little bit farther, I don't have any other categories. So if I have a category in my Sapphire called assignments, anything that is in here is going to be able to sync over to Sapphire. And you'll notice only one of these right here, right now, actually two of them. This one here is published, this roll call attendance, and this little button here. If I click this on, this would enable me to sync, unable to sync with Sapphire. Notice that pops up. Attendance has a due date. So you have to have a due date to go with anything that's going to sync. This Harry Trotter assignment, it has a due date of September 10th. If I were to, that's checked, it's on, it's ready to be enabled and be sunk with Sapphire. So I'm going to jump over to my Sapphire. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to look at my categories. And to find your categories, you're going to go to My Class, and then right down here you have categories, and that's the page that I'm on now. You'll notice that when in my previous math course, when I was still a teacher, I had a category called Geometry, Measurement and Data, Numbers and Operations, Fractions, and Operations and Algebraic Thinking. And that's it. So if I click on one of these, let's say Measurement and Data, it's going to pop up. And I do that because then I can copy this, and I can come back over to Canvas, and I'm going to hit plus group right here. And when I do that, I'm going to paste that Measurement and Data, and I'm going to hit Save. And so there's my next group. I'm going to go back to my categories over here, and this time I'm going to click on Operations and Fractions. And so this is the exact name it is in Sapphire. I have to make sure that's exactly the same thing over here in Canvas. So I'm going to copy and paste that, and again I hit the plus group. So now I have my groups, and we'll pretend that I have all of them. What I need to do now is any assignment that I want to go to that particular category has to be down underneath of that. So for example, I have this EWIT 43 assignment. It's a quiz, it looks like. If I want this down in Measurement and Data, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to move it down there. Let's try that again. Move it down there. There we go. Into that assignment. So if I were to sync this now in Sapphire, that would go over to my Measurement and Data section. If I wanted this one to be over here in Numbers and Operations, I can do that. I'm going to publish it, so then I have it there. And so you can keep going through that. Some of these, like this test here, I don't have a date with it. So in order to get a date or set a due date, I'm going to modify that date. I'm going to edit the assignment settings. And so I'm going to scroll down and give it a due date. I'll say the 18th. Now, the other thing is that you can always check this, include this assignment's grades when syncing to your school's system, or SIS. So I'm going to go ahead and save and publish that. So now I have a due date for it. So that assignment has been done. So the question becomes now, I have my categories set up in Canvas to match my categories in Sapphire. How do I get my grades to go over? So I'm going to jump back over to Canvas now, and you have a grade section right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click this grade section. Now that I'm in the right view, here's my grade book. Here's my one student that I have. And notice that some of my assignments are published and some of them are not. But the most important thing right here is that I have this Actions button. And when I click on this Actions button, I have Sync to SIS. So I can go ahead and I can click on that. What's going to happen is it's going to populate all of my assignments. So I can do this every day if I wanted to. I can do this at the end of every week. Or I can just pick and choose the assignments that I want. But by default, it checks all of your assignments. So if you had 65 assignments, they would all be checked. To uncheck them and specifically pick the ones you want, you're just going to click this little arrow here, and let's just say I want to do this one and this one. And then down here at the bottom, it says post grade. So I can go ahead and I can hit post grades, and now it's going to be scheduled. And I can click right here to see the progress, to see what's going on. And 9 times out of 10, this is completed, and so my assignments have been posted. Sometimes it would say in the queue, and so you have to wait a little bit. So that's where that is going to happen and take place. If you want to navigate off this page because it's taking a while, you can do that, and to come back and check the status, you can do one of two things. You can go to your Sapphire grades and see if they posted there, or you can come down here to the grade sync. And this grade sync is going to land you right here. So as you sync these more often, it's going to show you what assignments you've sunk and which ones you have not. So if you're not sure, you can click right here where it says 2 assignments, and this will tell you the 2 assignments that you sunk with. So you go to do that next week, you can say, all right, I don't need to do the EWIT 43 or the Harry Trotter ones. I need to do the new ones that are coming in, so that way that they are there. So syncing from Sapphire to Canvas and from Canvas to Sapphire, is a pretty seamless process as long as you have your category set to match from Sapphire to Canvas. Let me know if you have any questions moving forward.